The Casio G-Shock Rangeman can harness the power of the sun to keep you going when you're in the wilderness, miles from a plug socket. That's because it's the world's first solar assistant GPS navigation smartwatch. It's also the first smart G-Shock watch, so the Rangeman is breaking a lot of new ground. Its rugged looks, mud-proof design, and GPS means it's targeted at those who spend most of their time outdoors. This isn't a stylish statement wearable you'd wear to a club. Casio G-Shock Rangeman release date and price. The Casio G-Shock Rangeman release date is set for April, which means you have a few months to save up. And save up you will more than likely need to. That's because the G-Shock Rangeman price comes in at $800, around £600, $1,000, which makes it one of the most expensive smartwatches around. Design. The Casio G-Shock Rangeman is a beast of a smartwatch. It's big, brash, and brutal, dominating your wrist. While that might not make it practical as a daily timepiece, that's not the reason it exists. The G-Shock Rangeman has been developed to survive the rigors of the outdoors. Not only is it water and dust resistant, it's also mud resistant. Gaskets have been fitted to the buttons to ensure the brown stuff doesn't sneak inside when the weather turns grim. While this is handy, it does make the buttons a little difficult to press. You need to apply some force, and fully depress the 5 buttons for the action to register on screen. A light tap of a key won't give you any results. You get 3 chunky buttons on the right of the case, with the central crown also rotating, allowing you to scroll through menus and options. On the other side you'll find 2 more buttons, with the lower one programmed as the back key for the interface. You'll notice that there's a sizable bezel running around the display on the G-Shock Rangeman, but as you may have already guessed, there's a good reason that. Yep, that's the solar panel, allowing the watch to harness the power of the sun and top up its battery. Specifically, the solar-assisted charging tops up the battery for the GPS. The onboard GPS can be used to plot routes and track your progress live on screen. GPS is usually rather power-hungry, which means battery life can take a real hit if you're using it continuously. A full standard charge of the G-Shock Rangeman can give you up to 33 hours of continuous GPS use, but the solar panel can up that to 48 hours, allowing you to track your location for 2 full days in the wild without the need to find an alternative power source. 4 hours of sun will produce around 1 hour of GPS usage, so it's not the fastest, but it could well make all the difference if you are somewhere remote. Unlike most smartwatches, the Casio G-Shock Rangeman has a rather basic black and white display. It makes sense, as it's easier to see